Hey, what's up guys? So as I alluded to earlier today, we're going to do another video on this channel. We're going to play some Tecmo Baseball. So I'll go ahead and shift this straight over here for you. As you know, this isn't me actually playing. This is just the computer doing its demo thing. We'll go ahead and figure this out. I've played this game one time before, and that was like a couple months ago, so I probably don't really remember all that much about it. Who wants the DH? That sounds like a really bad idea. Anyways, this is from '88, so it's based on the '87 season, so I will foolishly choose the Mets. Anyway, it doesn't have any, whatever licenses or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about anything realistic happening. Okay, so that is a strike. So it's going to take me a little while to get used to this again. It's got kind of a different sort of, timing in terms of like when you swing the bat and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of the behind the shoulder angle. That was pretty bad. There we go. I was going to say, as I recall with this game, once you like get used to the timing, it's not really that bad. It just takes a little while to get used to it. It's sort of like bases loaded. You have to kind of get used to like the game's internal logic and stuff like that. But once you get used to figuring out like when exactly you're supposed to swing, then it's not really that bad. But the big question that I have is why in the world this game even is like a thing. Anyway, there's a lot of like NES things that are going like really weird with it and stuff like that. So I'm pushing like up and down and stuff, or whatever I do. Oh, there we go. If I push that way, then he throws like a slow ball. Okay, so you can throw a slow ball. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, when I played this game the first time, at first I was like, oh yeah, I don't know about this one. But it's actually not really that bad. There are some kind of like crappy things about it though. One of the reasons why I want to make sure that I play this and we can like get through these games and stuff is because I do, as I mentioned before, want to do like sort of like a ranking of a lot of these games to sort of like see how I think one game compares against another. So, I mean, we'll do something like that here pretty soon. I'm almost done, getting footage of like every single NES baseball game, believe it or not. Anyway, this isn't an awful game, it's just kind of awkward, and it takes a little while to like get used to when you're supposed to swing. You're supposed to swing a little bit sooner than that. You have to swing like as soon as it leaves the guy's bat, and then you have to also know like where you're swinging. So it's kind of a really dumb system, to be honest with you. I don't know if this game is actually based on a Japanese game or not. It seems like it is. It feels like this is based on a Japanese game, but I'm not sure which game it would be based on if it actually were based on a Japanese game. That was actually pretty cool, believe it or not. And so there, you can tell who some of these guys are supposed to be. Like Greg is probably supposed to be like Greg Jeffries, right? Am I just not allowed to go to second base? Okay. I don't know, who's Mike? Oh, that's why. I have to push B and to first to get him to go to second. That makes sense, right? Anyway. One of the reasons why I want to play this game is because I'm hoping to come out with a video the day after tomorrow about this game. So this is sort of like the equivalent of like, you have the big paper due tomorrow and you're like, oh, I should probably get started on it. I have the big project of work that's due, so I'm supposed to like actually do something with it, that sort of thing. That's what we're looking at here. So anyway, it's all right. That's the thing about it. Like, I know this is gonna be the video that's all about me defending this game that has obvious signs of being bad. The thing about this game that's awful is like the timing of hitting. That's the problem. That's the biggest issue with this game. And in that sense, it's actually very, very similar to Bases Loaded in that like it takes you a while to get used to when you're supposed to swing. And even when you think you're used to it, you're not. So anyway, like I was saying before, that what I really don't understand is like why this game even exists. So Bad News Baseball came out in the US in 1989 or 1990, one of the two. I know that that game was out in Japan in 1989. And Tecmo put that out. That was a Tecmo game of Japan. So like, the thing is that by the time that this game was ready, like that game might not have been completely ready to come out in the US exactly yet, you know, but the company like should have known that that game was coming out. So the question is like, why did they have the need to put this one out? I mean, this game was clearly not really all that well tested, like especially when it comes to fielding. Anybody who's played Famista or RBI Baseball can tell that the fielding in this game is pretty like slippery, and of course there are these, you know, slowdowns and things. Now the slowdowns and stuff, that's like just normal NES weirdness, right? All the NES games have like weird things like that that happen from time to time. It's okay, like, you know, we can get used to that. You get used to, you know, guys hitting doubles of the middle like that and stuff like that. It's all right. You know, it's not like, you know, oh man, you know, don't play this game because this thing happens, because they all have these things happen, right? It's all the same, right? The thing that's weird about this game is that, like, you know, the hitting system and stuff, like, I get the feeling that they would have probably, like, I don't know, maybe tried to change the system a little bit if they had some sort of, like, actual feedback on how this system works, because it's not that great. So the sound you're hearing in the background is literally me like crashing down here on this controller, trying my hardest to get it to realize that yes, I do want to send the guy to the next base. Now, I've complained about this controller before, but the controller's not that bad, right? This is the game being unresponsive to the things I want to have happen. It doesn't really matter because we just hit a two-run homer. What game does this remind you of, huh? What do you think? What do you think this is like? What does this look like, huh? I mean, that's the thing, it's just Bases Loaded. They made the new version of Bases Loaded, right? There's no difference, right? Anyway. Like, the thing about Tecmo is Tecmo has some games that I think are absolutely awesome, right? Tecmo Super Bowl is an incredible game, right? Tecmo NBA Basketball on the NES is like miraculous. It's amazing that they got that kind of game on the NES. It's just incredible. And the Super NES and Genesis versions of that game are awesome, right? The Genesis version of Tecmo Super Bowl is an underrated classic on the Genesis, one of the best football games on the platform. All right, but this game is just like the Bases Loaded ripoff is basically what it is. It's like Bases Loaded, except the fielding really sucks and like hitting's really hard. And the music's a little bit better, right? Think you're gonna get a base hit, huh? That was a strike? All right. He was way off the bag, but it doesn't matter. I still got him out. Yum said he was out, he must have been out. That's the thing about this game. This is the sort of game where you get together with your buddies and you start arguing over like what just happened, you know. Hey, that wasn't fair, you know. And, anyway, I need to get more people over here to you know, start playing this game, these games multiplayer. That's where the real money is, right? That's where the real attention is. Go baby, go 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 go. Oh yeah. Dude, I can't bunt. Well, so much for that. I thought it was going to be all cool and bunt and stuff like that. Nah, that didn't happen. By the way, the game I was thinking about the other day when I was rambling while we were playing Baseball Stars was actually this game. This is the game where you can have your pitcher go like forever. I remember now. Speaking of which, once again, here's my disclaimer. If you like this stuff, consider becoming a member of the channel or supporting me on Patreon so that we can keep the good times rolling. Jeez, I can't see my freaking left fielder. And how did he, was he like Superman? How did he catch that? The ball was like bouncing way over his head. Anyway, I'm sure we're gonna have a great video about this game, let me tell you. Like, it's a Tecmo game, yeah, but it's missing all of like the stuff that makes the Tecmo games great, right? Like, there are no cheerleaders, for example. Oh, guess what? If you push like either A or B when you're running after the ball in the field, your guy just stops. That's a good trick to play on your friends, by the way. When he's like, I can't get to this ball, you're like, push B, push B. Your guy just stops there. Ah, yeah. Take that. So what's your favorite video game playing memory with like other people, right? So when I was really little, I would have been like 5, I think. My neighbor had a copy of RBI Baseball. This would have been probably 1989, I think. 1989 going into 1990. I would go over there pretty frequently to play that game. I remember he had a house rule that he came up with, but it only involved me. The rule was that I couldn't throw curveballs when he was hitting. I could only throw fastballs. Anyway, I think there was a whole bunch of like fighting and stuff if I accidentally did it the wrong way or something like that. I think I was like 5, like I barely knew what I was doing anyway. But yeah, that's my fond memory of playing RBI Baseball. Like, the friends I had later on were all into Nintendo, definitely, but not so much into baseball games. Like, I can remember playing like Legends of the Diamond with a friend like maybe once, but like it wasn't really that often, you know? We didn't have like a league or something. I can remember playing RBI 3 with kids occasionally, but usually I just play that game like alone. Because the thing is that when we would get together and play games, we wanted to play games that were a little bit more, you know, interactive. I mean, you know, these games are fine in terms of interaction, but I'm talking about like we'd want to play like Double Dragon or like Contra. We didn't own Contra, but was there a Blockbuster or something like that? There was a rental store nearby that had it. So I would have friends who'd be like, oh yeah, I got Contra for this weekend. So, you know, we'd go over and like have the sleepover and like try to beat the whole game. You know, we never even got close, right? We do the 30 life code and, you know, try to beat the whole game and stuff like that. So anyway, actually my favorite memory of playing a Nintendo baseball game was a little bit later. I would have been like 13, I think, when this happened, but my uncle was visiting yeah, I grew up in the Salt Lake suburbs, and my parents were going, my uncle was there with my grandparents, right? And my parents were going with everybody over to the Great Salt Lake. I was like, I don't want to go there, it smells awful. So instead, I hung out at home with my uncle and we played Bases Loaded. I remember this, we played it like a full game of Bases Loaded, right? And if you played Bases Loaded, you know that like a full game takes you like an hour. Like this is the slowest of the NES baseball games. But if you play it with somebody else, it's like a ton of fun. It really is. Like you just want to keep playing it, you know? It's an awesome game. So anyway, that was the good memory of playing one of these games. Then I guess the bad memory is playing the original RBI Baseball with my neighbor and not being able to throw curves. I do remember later on. I've mentioned this before. I know I had a friend who was definitely not into sports, who had a Super Nintendo and who had a copy of Ken Griffey Jr. Presents Major League Baseball. And so when I would hang out with him, we'd play that all the time. He also had like Mega Man X and stuff. So I mean, you know, I'd play games like that too. But Griffey was a special favorite, especially the Home Run Derby mode. People get upset with me for not mentioning that in the review I did of that game, so I probably should have talked about that more. I don't know, I've tried playing that, this was a couple months ago. I tried doing the Home Run Derby mode again, and I think it's kind of overrated, to be honest with you. I don't think it's as good as we remember it. Yeah, Harry's gonna come in. Who's Harry? I don't know who Harry's supposed to be on the 87 Mets, but he's pretty good. So, Harry, I want to thank you for your service. Yeah, this is it. This is exactly bases loaded, right? It's 100% bases loaded. I mean, the music's almost exactly the same, too. Alright, this is other Harry. When Harry met Harry. Anyway, so tomorrow when I play Baseball Stars, I'm going to be awful because my time is going to be off because I'm going to be thinking about Tecmo Baseball. Overall, this game is not really that bad. It's just, it's missing a lot of the charm that Bad News Baseball has. It doesn't really feel like a Tecmo game. It plays a little bit faster than some of the other baseball games on the platform, right? It's definitely faster than Bases Loaded. It feels like this is like Bases Loaded except like somehow modified. This game was never released in Japan. It might be based on another Japanese game, but I'm not quite sure which one, if that's actually the case. I'll do what I can do to research it, but I don't really see like which game it was, so... Putting Dizzy Dean, baby. Hey, you think you're gonna get a base hit off old Diz, don't you? Anyway, so ideally with this channel, you'll see in the near future a couple more games that are sort of like this. Like I'll do a bunch of like one-offs and stuff like that. Because I really do need some, you know, fodder so that I can do more of these video game focused videos. Like I try to sort of stick with my guns and say, oh no, I want to do more historic videos and stuff like that. But truth is, the video game videos do a lot better. And at some point in time, I have to say that's just what the market's telling me. Dude, I totally suck at this. You see how far in front of that pitch I was? That was awful. Come on, Greg, get a hit. Alright, come on, Mike, get a hit so we don't have to worry about Dizzy Dean. So you can swing up and down, like kind of, in this game, but hitting the ball is really a matter of just getting the timing right. That's what it's all about. It doesn't really matter where you aim your bat. You're just trying to get it so that you're swinging like as soon as the ball leaves the guy's hand, except when he throws a pitch that's a little bit slower. That's the thing that makes the game kind of hard. Anyway, is this the worst baseball game in the NES? No. Is this among the better ones? I really doubt it. Is this a better game than like Bases Loaded 3 and Bases Loaded 4? Personally, because of the way I feel about those games, I would say yes. Dude, how am I supposed to throw it to second if the pitcher's in the way? Who designed this game? Yeah, you think you can score on Dizzy Dean, don't you? There you go. Game over. See, when the game's over, we do squats. and then the other dude goes over and like hits the guy on the head. I mean, what is that supposed to be? Anyway, New York NM wins. I love how it's New York NM. And the password is 27H. We struck out 12 times in that game. Anyway, yeah, we could keep going, but I think we're done here. I think that was pretty good, right? Anyway, thank you for coming along with me on this journey through Tecmo Baseball. I've played it twice now. I think that I know enough about this game to say definitively like what it's all about. It's not an awful game, like I said. This is probably a middle-of-the-road NES baseball game. There are a lot of games I played that are worse. Tomorrow we'll probably play... It depends. If we have time to do the Diamond Mine thing, we'll do that. Anyway, I don't know. It depends. The time right now is totally like screwed up. I have to take my kids to school again tomorrow because the snow's not melted. So you know, we'll see how all this works. But you know, next time we play another like extra game like this, we're probably going to play Kotaro Sports Baseball, which is one of those like bootleg type games. That'll be a lot of fun. I've heard that that game is bad, but I don't think it's as bad as they say. And then we'll start doing like list videos and whatever, because I think by that point I've played all of the NES games. Eventually we'll expand it to like all of the 8-bit baseball games, and maybe one day all the 2D baseball games and stuff as we add more on. So anyway, keep tuned and we'll play all sorts of other great stuff, and it'll be a lot of fun. Talk to you tomorrow.